Good day to you. Today, one of our tasks is to kill a goat god. My understanding is that the goat god has it coming. Oh, that looks like rather nice guardian armor. Well, I guess I should explain how I tweaked my build after hyping up that piece of quest armor that I got. This helmet right here. So after identifying it, I found that it had amazing stats, like bonus life, more armor and energy shield, lots of resistance. So with that, I can maybe, if I find a piece of armor with bad resistances but 5 links or something, I can go with that. Or maybe a shield with more links, that would be really nice too. It just gives me a lot more freedom to try new stuff. And as for the actual gems I put in there, well, I mentioned melee splash before, and now I can use it. So my raging spirits are now better equipped to deal with large packs of enemies, which means that my quicker summoners now have more distinct roles. Like the skeletons are more single target, and the Lost Souls from Doom are anti-mob stuff. Which is, it's very nice to have really a better idea of what exactly to do in a particular situation. It's just nice to have a plan, is what I'm trying to say. Well, there's a drawback, of course. This time the drawback is that I don't have Convocation anymore. Yeah, I tend to swap out that a lot. I'm sure I'll be able to put it in if I find a piece with more links. Or I don't even need links for that, actually. Also, I gained another level, even though, as mentioned before, I'm still horribly overleveled. Well, let's move along the aura branch. With one more skill point, I will be finished with that part, and I can move on to getting more life. Now, where is Abereth, anyway? Oh, I left him behind. That would be bad. Definitely don't want to keep a god waiting. It seems, however, that this means I'll have to do some more exploring. Huh. That's a little odd. One of the things I like about those raging spirits is that because they're hovering, they can just fly off of little cliffs like that without any problems. Well, but those goatmen have caused me a lot of problems in the past, and I have no issues at all with giving them a little punch in the religious beliefs. Also, gotta keep the flow going. Looks like something's dealing chaos damage, which I do not like one little bit. Oh, hello.
What are you doing? God drag you to damnation if you're gonna stand by and let this happen to me, to us! Because believe me, the Brian King has far greater appetites than one nothing of a girl from Oriath. It doesn't matter what he'll do to me now. It's what he'll do to Wraeclast. Yet there's hope. There's always hope. If only you can reach Merveil's cave. If only...
Thank you for leaving. You were much nicer before you turned into a mermaid. Also, I didn't do anything wrong that time. I'm moving forward as fast as I can. What do you want? Valley of the Fire Drinker. That looks like the right track. Hello, Abereth. Nice to meet you. It looks like you're fire-based and you deal a lot of damage like, well, I imagine most gods would. Alright, so I need to be more careful with those. Ahem. The good news is, I do lots of damage too. So whichever way it goes, the fight's gonna be short. Oh, you're using artillery, are you? I could probably build an artillery mage if I wanted to. I'd find a way. I also noticed that my minions are barely touched by anything that's going on right now. Valley of the Soul Drinker. That's just peachy. Whoa, you punch hard, don't you? Okay.
Good souls were hard enough to come by without that parched old goat drinking his fill. You have done humanity a noble service.
I've done goat kind a rather less noble service, but I don't care about that. Reduced fire damage? Well, it's not a lot, but it's still more useful than the power I had before, so sure, I'll go with that. So, these look like promising pieces of gear, but unfortunately their links are awful, so too bad. Bye-bye. Yeah? Well then. That's 2 gods down. I guess I might as well get the reward for that particular deicide. It takes a lot less time than I thought it would.
The old goat's turned up his tootsies, has he? Oh, wait! I feel a poem coming on. Through the bleating
please spare me, please spare me. Book of Skill, yes. That is perfect. They're really piling it on with the skill points. I'm not disappointed, I'm just kind of surprised. But yep, that completes that. Which makes me wonder what I can come up with build-wise. I'll have to do that between this video and next one. But for now, moving on. Now, our next step is the Western Forest, which is less of a problem to walk to now that the blockade is gone, but we're still in Act 1. That was once an Act 2 place, which makes me wonder how things are gonna go. Defeat the Puppet Mistress. Well, I haven't met an optional quest that I didn't like, so let's go with that. Looks like there's plenty of chaos damage around here. Definitely do not like that. Now, if this side mission is anything like the previous one, I need to go find whatever sub-area happens to have the new target, or whatever you want to call it. Strongbox, yay! Those guys use shield charge something. Well, let's go. Well, that one seems to cast an ice field. Oh! A 3-link wand. Maybe I can make some use out of that. Well, I don't regret...
Not before.
I don't regret finding the strongbox, to be sure, but I'd rather not have to clear this whole map just to find what I'm looking for. Now, I'm sure this road is the way forward story-wise, which makes it a little suspect. But I might be able to at least find a waypoint. And this is why it's really nice to have a build that clears enemies fast. Much smoother exploration that way. Right. That's the way forward. That's not where we're going. We have another optional boss to kill. Come on, I know there's an entrance to the next place somewhere around here. Maybe this has something to do with it. Looks suitably foreboding. Oh, right, I bet this was Alira's old camp. Yeah, that would explain a lot. Although, was she in the Western Forests? I don't actually know. Been so long since I played through that act. Oh, there's something I forgot to mention about how that particular element debuff works. I'm rather happy to say that it doesn't affect your minions, because I can't gear them up nearly as well as I can gear myself up. Well, with the exception of the animated Guardian, of course. So it's nice to know that my minions won't explode without good reason. So, the thing does not seem to be this way. Tormented spy? What? Stop running away. I guess I didn't clear everything along here. This is why I don't like those tormented stuff. They just run away faster than it's even possible to chase and hit them, it seems. Alright, so that's one direction mostly exhausted. Well, of course, with my luck, I probably ran past an indicator showing the way to the side path and I just missed it. Oh, maybe my guardian can use this. Eh, not really, no. Oh? Nah, that's just the way back. You go away. You're of no use to me. Orb of Scouring. I might have use for that later. So there's definitely things infected with chaos damage around here. I do not approve of this one little bit. Oh, never mind. I was misreading the map. Ha ha ha. It's actually in the next forest. So embarrassing. Ouch. Wasted time. Gained experience that I didn't have to. I'm so sorry. What? Okay. That portal is way too tall. Elrion, what are you doing here? No, wait, this is actually a perfectly okay place for you to be. You even hang out fairly nearby.
Care for another dance with Lady Sin, Crusader?
I've met Sin, and Sin is definitely a guy. Well, that worked. Feed souls to the relic? This doesn't seem like a very wholesome thing.
It's us or them, Crusader. God rewards his most faithful servants, but only...
Okay, then. I am seriously getting disturbed by this person. Wow. This actually looks like it would be a very nice sword if I was a melee character. But I'm not, and I don't ever plan to be, so... Guardian food it is. There you go. Now, it should be a side area up and to the left if the larger map is any indication. And I really hope it is after the amount of time I spent on the previous map. Yes, it is. Hooray. Yep, that's the way. Oh, yeah, I can actually see the parasites on top of those things now that I look closely. That's a really nice detail. Reflects elemental damage? Wow, I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. And I remember those things all too well from the sewers. They gave me a huge amount of trouble. There must be a shrine over there. Yep, here you are. I cannot benefit from this at all, but I prefer to not have to deal with enemy crits, thank you very much. Am I being a little reckless? Yeah, almost certainly. I'm almost certainly being a lot reckless, in fact. The spawning ground. Sounds wholesome. That's a lot of green, and I hate that color. It's, well, I was about to say especially as a witch, but at least I'm not an energy shield build anymore. It looks like a lot of enemies are just continually spawning, which I guess you go to a place called the spawning grounds, what do you expect? Ooh, those pools of what I assume is chaos damage, those look really menacing. I hope I can get something with chaos resist as a result of this particular ordeal, but let's face it, that's almost certainly not happening. Wow, okay. So I'm glad those were not fired at me in particular. It's taking quite a beating, though. Oh, hello again. Wait, what? That thing was a god? Okay, I don't think I've accidentally murdered a god before. That's definitely a new experience.
The Asmeri believed that one day this world of ours would collapse under the weight of Wraeclast's offspring. A frightening thought, and thankfully, a mistaken one.
So, the Asmeri, like, before the Eternal Empire. So that's one of the really old gods. And, wow. Auto recharge of life flasks. And it can be upgraded to give more life recovery when I'm on low life. That sounds really nice for not dying. Not quite sure why it was attached to this god, but hey, I will take a useful power if it is offered. And it seems that Tarkley wants to talk with me about that particular, I guess I can call it a heroic exploit, maybe? Well, I do want to at least dig up the next waypoint, but still. 2 gods in 1 episode? I think that's a record, ladies and gentlemen. And, what do you know, the waypoint is right here. Very handy indeed.
Faith has a peculiar eye for fashion. You dress yourself in the garb of self-gratification, and you'll get the cold shoulder. But clad yourself in service and sacrifice, and you'll get yourself invited to all the best parties. To be given your first...
Okay, that was the wrong exclamation point, but as always, the conversation in this game are pretty fun to read.
Another damn god, you say? Yeah, that figures. A primitive deity from a primitive time, crawling up out of the dirt with a view to enslaving us all with its creeping, bloody offspring. I think we could all do without gods like that.
Wow, more skill points. Now, this can't last. It can't possibly... We can't possibly be getting skill points this fast through quests for the entire rest of the game. But I mean, I'll definitely take them. So let's get some more of that life and constitution, because I took some really nasty hits, like a quarter of my health per impact, and those were sub-optional quest bosses. I have no doubt things are going to get nastier later. Maybe we'll see some of that next time. Until then, have fun with whatever it is you do.